Hi, everybody. This is Joyce from B.O Creations. Hope you can all hear me wonderfully. I am trying to get you up on the big screen. So I am going to be joined this evening by Jennifer Williams, who is one of our design team members. I want you guys to start getting acquainted with who our design team is. So Jennifer has agreed to, oh, look, I found it. There we go. Big screen. Woohoo! Okay, there we go. Okay, welcome, everybody. This is Joyce from B.O Creations, and we are doing our very first segment tonight that's called B.Y.O. That means bring your own whatever. 6x6 happens to be the B.Y.O. tonight. So grab your 6x6 paper pad, grab a pair of scissors, grab your inks, grab whatever little bits and pieces and tidbits and things that you have in your stash here so that you can start doing some of our B.Y.O. and bring your own and create with us at B.O Creations. I have Jennifer on tonight. Jennifer Williams is one of our design team members. She is also responsible for all of those wonderful posts that you guys are seeing on our social media and Facebook channel. So let's give Jennifer a round of applause. Yay. Jennifer, can you hit the applause button? Woohoo! I have to tell Jennifer, hit the applause button because I don't know how to do it from this big screen. But anyway, I'm trying to see my comments. So if you, let me see if I can see my comments. I'm not. There we go. Thank you, Jennifer. All right. I'm trying to see the comments, but I'm not sure why I am not seeing them. So if somebody would be kind enough to say, hey, Joyce, and let me see if the comment comes up on our platform here. So we are trying out new software. It is called StreamYard. And so we are trying to make these broadcasts better for you. And oh, look, there it is. Bethany's on. Teresa's on. Diana's on. Korean Loyola 857. Hi, I don't know who that is. Korean Loyola 857. I'm not sure. If you guys are showing up with your screen names, please make sure you say hello. Hello, Eva. Hi, Sib. How you doing? Yeah, I see Eva. Hello, Eva. I'm sure Aloysius is present too, so say hello to him. And look, Jennifer Williams is joining us. Hello, everyone. All right, so tonight I am going to be using our 6x6 that is Sweet Cottage Rose. So I'm going to be grabbing my 6x6 and not my new one, but some of my remnants from Sweet Cottage Rose. This is what I am going to be working with. So Jennifer, are you going to come on so that we can say hello? Hi, Lindsay. Hello from Colorado. Hi, Quinta. How are you? I'm so excited to see you. Hello, everybody. He says hello, Joyce. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay. So I want to just remind you that we still do have a couple of seats left for the virtual retreat, guys. You are not going to want to miss this. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those things that after it's done and over with, you're going to say, doggone it, I should have done this because we're going to, oh, hey, Jen, how are you?
Hi, how is everybody tonight?
I can't see you unless I put my face under like this. They can't see my face, but that's okay. Hello.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Thank
you all so much for joining us. We've been working so hard to make so many more fun things online for everybody to join us and really create our community. So I'm so excited that everybody is here tonight. So I'm going to actually exit out of this because I'm going to craft tonight, and I'll come back on a little bit later when we're finished. I'll show you what I made, and we'll help with the giveaways later. So
giveaways
when we're done.
All right. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Bye.
All right, everybody, let's get busy. All right, so what I'm going to be using tonight is some remnants from Sweet Cottage Rose. And when I say remnants, I truly mean that I pull out my scraps. I've got the piece of paper that comes on the package. I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using, look, When I tell you that I literally save every little scrap, I'm not even joking, because all of this is usable if you're just creating something for your journal. And tonight I thought I would focus on some tags for my journal, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things that when I reach to do something with my journal, it's what do I reach for? That's, hi, Terry. Be sure to give thumbs up. That's right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Terry. When I tell you guys that I reach for my scraps, I'm not even kidding. Look at some of these things that I use to put in my journal. This is a rosette paper clip. And of course, it's on our paper clip things. But this is perfect fodder for you guys to be. There's literally a little heart, a bigger heart, a 1-inch circle, and a rosette. So why would you cut into a big piece of paper for something like that? That's what these scraps and these little pieces are for. That's what I'm focusing on tonight. So when I tell you that I grab a couple of things, I literally grab a couple of things. I've got 2 different inks here, my favorite vintage photo, and I've got spun sugar because there's some pink in this paper. So I grab like maybe 1 or 2 inks. I grab my little tiny attacher because this is one of my other favorite tools to use. And I grab my B.O craft glue because that's necessary for gluing paper. Let me see what else I have. I just have some little tidbits of ribbon. I have some old tags that I've punched out of some other things. So that's what I'm going to be creating with tonight. I have little tidbits of ribbon that I have left. So I'm just kind of curious if you guys would put in the comments what you have sitting on your desk. I'm kind of interested. And I also want to show you one of the new products that we are going to be featuring this year. But I'm absolutely in love with these. These are not yet on our shelves, but I wanted to share them with you because I have found them so useful. So these are going to be hitting our store shelves sometime in February. So I'm really excited about these. And I thought that I would share them tonight because I use them a lot. They are 1/2 inch. Are they 1/2 inch? Yes, they're just under 1/2 inch. So it's 3/8 of an inch. And they are tape strips. So instead of your big roll of tape, your Flower Market from Brutus Monroe. Ooh, good choice. These are 3/8 inch tape strips, and they're so handy because they already have a little tab here so that you can pull it. You don't have to tear it. You can cut it, but if you want to tear it, you absolutely can. They come 25 to a pack for $2.99. If you want to pre-order yours, go ahead and put that in the comments, and we'll make sure when they come in that you get one. All right. So we're going to be using these tonight. I'm also one of my favorites whenever I am using ribbon and paper or heavy products. I also reach for my Beacons 3-in-1. So those are the things that I put on my desk. I grab a couple of punches. Since I'm doing tags tonight, I reach for maybe some of my punches that have nice edges on them. I grab my postage stamp punches, which are my absolute favorite. I'm going to be showing you those tonight. So I grab my postage stamp punches or dies, whatever you have, guys. Make this stuff in advance, and it makes your journaling experience so much more fun, because trust me, you will have all of this fodder. So get in the mode and grab some tag stuff, and let's get busy. All right. So let me move some of the stuff off the desk. I want to, let me see. This one is a craft. Oh, this one's from my Pizza Bagel Bites box. So the last time that I did what I call a de-stash clean out, this is when I finally decided to grab all that stuff and just make a bunch of tags. Hi, Liz. How are you? By the way, Liz is going to be featured next month. Liz is also one of our new design team members. So congratulations, Liz. She's on our team. Liz is going to be joining our team. And Liz is going to be featured on next month's B.Y.O. as Jennifer's being featured tonight. So you guys are going to get to meet the team, find out what they craft with, what their favorite tools are. And, that way you guys can start to get to meet our team, because they are fabulous, guys. I wouldn't have them on if they weren't. All right. So here's my pizza box. And obviously I'm going to cover this side because I don't want everybody seeing this bagel bite. So I'm going to grab a piece of my 6x6 paper and see if I have anything that is, let me see. Let's see if I have a piece that's going to be, oh, I think I'm going to use this one. And again, this is my Sweet Cottage Rose paper. You could make the tag itself right out of the paper. You don't even have to, because our paper is 110 pound. You don't even have to, worry because the tag itself could be made out of the paper. But since I'm going to be covering this tag, I thought to myself, well, you know, go ahead and grab some of that beautiful Sweet Cottage Rose. This is my absolute favorite. And with Valentine's coming up, I thought this would be a great pack to make some nice, oh yeah, you, Anne and Liz are table buddies. Yeah. So our goal this year as a community and as a store is to go back to our first love, which is our online community. That is how our store began. That is how we got to be a business and a community. And we realized that, Liz is going to listen while driving. Okay, so is Anne. Oh, Anne's going to be listening while driving. All right, good, Bunny. I'm glad that she's not going to be. So our store, for those of you who are new and don't know about us, we actually started our online broadcasts in 2020. And we started out just one day after COVID. We closed down for COVID. And I said, you know, the only thing that I can do when I'm feeling frustrated or anxious or whatever is to craft. And because I love to craft, it curbs my anxiety. I feel, you know what, I might just cover that piece also. What do you say? Since we've got the paper here, I might as well cover it. Oh, I'll just leave it. You know what? I'll just leave it like that because that way it gives me a choice as to whether or not I want to do, the front or the back. So I decided that, you know, when I need to, I hope my punch can go through that. It's looking kind of, let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. Mine is even heart-shaped. It has to be upside down because it won't fit in there, but oh well, we get the point. So we used to have quite the involved talks and stuff on our broadcast, and I miss that. And I wanted to give an opportunity for you guys to grab some of your stuff. And yes, Annie Girl says our bubble. And grab some of your stuff and get back to those days when we used to craft together. So I miss our online chats. I miss our communicating and being together and learning from each other. So once a month, I decided that we were going to have a B.Y.O segment. B.Y.O standing for Bring Your Own. So the first Thursday of every month, is this the first Thursday? I hope. First Thursday? Maybe it's the second, but second Thursday of every month, sorry, is going to be the B.Y.O segment. And so it's just going to depend on what we are doing that month and what we have on our desk as to whether or not we Skylights of Aura papers. Ooh, that sounds interesting. We are going to, you know, just kind of be, I don't think this is going to go through. I'm going to have to grab my big dog. Did you know that you can make a corner round with your, with this punch also? Did you know that? Let me see. I think because I'm trying to go through chipboard and it's not going to work. Oh, well, it's all right. I'm not going to stress about it. So we used to have quite the conversations when we were here on live. So I'm kind of excited to get back to that. I'm kind of excited to be with you tonight. And so our BYO segments are going to be designed for you guys to join us and craft along with us, and maybe some prizes be given away. I mean, I think that's kind of cool. So I have made a really cute tag here, and now it's time for me to doll it up a little bit. I think since I have these cute little tags that are mini tags, I think, and these are also out of the collection. I think what I might do is make myself a little pocket tag. Hi, Joanne, joining us from Canada. Jennifer Glidden, hello. Jennifer is also one of our design team members, and I think I saw Leanne sign on a little while ago. Yep, Stamping with Leanne. So if she's there, hi, Leanne. Okay, so I think because I've got these little tags, I'm gonna make this like mini little pocket tag pocket so that these 3 tags can fit inside of this one tag. I think that would be super cool. And you can use whatever paper you want. I'm just gonna grab, oh, I don't know, let's see. What do I have over here on my desk? Let's see. Okay, I have these little guys. I don't know, they look very Anna Griffinish. So that's where they might have come from. I'm not sure. Joanne says, see you next week. Oh my goodness, Joanne is gonna come down and see me. I'm so excited. Okay, so these are from something that I had in my stash, and I am literally going to pull this out of here, and I'm going to chop it in half because it's too big. So I want you to just grab your stuff, guys. Don't stress about whether or not it's going to work or not. You know, you just want to use your stuff, and you can see that I am just doing like this, and I cut it in thirds, and there we go. That's going to make the 3 little pocket things that I need to hold my tags. Okay. I invite you in the comments also to let us know what you're working on. What are you trying to accomplish tonight? What is going on in your desk? I love that. What's going on in your desk? What's going on your desk today? All right, so I'm going to take my tiny little tip here. I think I need a new tip. And I am just going to make sure I'm on the right side first. Guys, we have so much fun stuff planned for you guys next month. Jennifer and I were planning and making the schedule, which we have out already. We're going to be posting it soon, sending it out in an email, so you can start to plan your month with us next month. It's going to be a lot of fun. This B.Y.O segment, of course, is going to be featured next month as well. So you'll be looking out for what B.Y.O we're going to do. Packing up stuff to bring to Florida, Joanne says. All right, well, you just packed, Joanne. I can't wait to see you. All right, so I'm going to put my little tag in there so that I can judge where to put my next strip. And I just wanted to say, Bethany, I hope you were able to get some of your stuff done. Bethany joined me in a class that we had this week for some of the stuff that I'm going to show you in just a few minutes. And we made some tucks and some pockets and some things. So I'm really excited to see, Bethany, what you decided to do with yours. Let's see. And speaking of being able to show you what to do with yours, I think that Jennifer's going to be talking to you guys about how to post some of what you're doing tonight on our BoQ Crew page. We're not going to be secretive about the fact that we want to build our social media, and we need your help. We want people to know that we are the best craft store in all of the world. Well, I don't know about all of the world, but definitely in all of Oviedo. It was really funny when I was growing up. My mom used to say, she'd say, "You are my favorite daughter." And I'd say, "Mom, I'm your only daughter." So maybe we're the favorite craft store in Oviedo because we're the only craft store in Oviedo, right? All right. Look how cute this is coming out. I'm just going to make sure that I mark the distance because I want this even. So all I'm doing is just taking this little piece of paper that I have that's going to glue on next. And I'm just kind of doing some, as they would say on TV, on Judge Judy, some rough justice. I'm going to do some rough measurement. How cute is this? And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And I have created a tag within a tag to go in a pocket in a journal. So How cute is that? There is my third and final row. Okay, so I've got them all spaced. I've got them glued. There we go. And while that is drying, I have these 3 tags. Now I punched these earlier out of the cover of my Sweet Cottage Rose paper. So, and I'm certainly going to save these little hearts because I'm sure I'm going to use those on something. But while that's drying, I want to just kind of show you what we did in our class that's going to be held. We have a technique class that's going to be held in the store every first Saturday of the month. So be able to watch out for that. We're trying to make this easier for you guys to know when everything's going to happen, and you can predict when we're going to be on and when you can expect us. So that way it makes it easier for you. But this is actually a hidden paper clip that Bethany and I did in our class. And that is so cute for your journal or for whatever. You can put it on whatever. And let me show you how this works. Look at that. It just slides right on your journal. You can't tell that it's a paper clip because on both sides it is covered, and it's really beautiful. So another good scrap buster. Also, look at this clip. I am so excited about this clip. This is one of those jumbo paper clips that you don't know whatever on earth I'm going to do with this, but look how beautiful we made this. And it clips onto your papers just like that. I put some things. You could make it, oops, mine just fell off because I didn't squeeze my thing hard enough. But you know, you can absolutely use it as a bookmark if you want to. Oops, my ribbon just unrolled and fell all over the floor. Isn't that fun? I always love when that happens. So let me get this off of here and put my little jewels back on here. So I love to take these jumbo paper clips. I might be even showing you how to do this tonight. I just wanted to make that one little tag pocket and show you how to use your, you know, leftover cereal boxes, whatever kind of chipboard you might have. But this jumbo paper clip is so stinking cute. That's the back of it. That's the front of it. Oh, my thing just fell off again. You know what? Sometimes you just can't be satisfied. You got to fall off 3 times before it actually decides to stay. I'm just kidding. I'm going to squeeze it tighter because I think that I didn't tighten it. All right. So we're going to try to bring you some useful stuff for you to do with the stuff that you have in your stash. So let me close this. I can't wait to see what all of you guys are doing with your paper choices for the day. Your 6x6. Did you know that you can make a one-sheet wonder out of your 6x6s where you can create like 5 or 6 different cards out of one piece of 6x6 paper? Isn't that amazing? There's a lot that you can do with a 6x6 sheet of paper and still end up with a bunch of things left for your journal to be, or your scrapbooks or whatever. Isn't that a cute thing to be on a scrapbook page, to have your little paper clip put on there? Isn't that cute? So then it just goes on your thing like this. It makes a decent sized bookmark. I've got a little piece of extra ribbon. I've got a couple of little dangles. And isn't that adorable? Maybe you don't put everything on there, but I kind of liked all of the stuff on there. I think that is a really, really cute bookmark. So I did that as well. Let's see another one I did. Oh, we did a stack. We learned how to do stacks in the class, and how you can just use all kinds of little bits that you might have left. And then that can go directly on a journal page just like that. It doesn't even have to go on anything, but you can sit down and make a bunch of these kinds of things. And then I made this cute little bag that I'm going to be showing you guys tonight. And it just had a sticker. It had a couple of little things that I punched out. And that's what I am going to put my tag in tonight, so that when I glue this into my journal and stick it down to my journal, I will have a place where my little tags pull out, and I don't have to worry about them falling out or getting lost because they're going to be in that super cute pocket. So what are y'all doing? That's what I'm interested in. Let me just zhuzh the edge of this real quick so that I can make sure that it looks like it was there from the beginning. And then I'm going to take my tiny attacher. I have a little tiny bit of pink ribbon that I untied from a package, and I saved these so that I could use them, you know, because nothing is wasted. And I'm just going to take this just like this, and I'm going to put it through. I think I'm going to put it through the heart. That way, let's see if you can see it better through the heart or if it's better behind it. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of takes away from the heart if you put it through. So I think I'm going to fold it in half like that. Let's see. I like to dovetail my ends because they don't look so frayed. Then you can also use a match or a candle and just melt the ends of your ribbon, and that will also keep it from fraying. So, you know, or put a little bit of glue on it. I love that little heart. And I think with that little tiny bit of pink ribbon, it just makes that heart stand out. So I'm going to take my tiny attacher and I'm just going to go down a little bit more. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a piece of this, our little adhesive, and I'm just going to get a tiny little piece of it to hold down that ribbon while I am attaching it with a stapler. Okay, so I think I'm going to just do that because that way I won't miss, you know, it won't slide around. Okay, where's my... I just got my nails done the other day, and they are a little bit longer than I'm used to because I'm letting them grow. And there we go. Now that will hold my ribbon in place while I take my tiny attacher, and I think I'm going to go from this side just below the heart. Oh, but you know what? It's backwards. See? Where's my trusty staple remover? Ah, my scissors will do. Except I shouldn't be using my good, awesome KAI scissors to be doing that. You guys are probably screaming at me right now. Joyce, don't use those scissors. There we go. There's my little tiny attacher. There's one of my tags. There we go. There's number 1. And I think that I might put 3 of them. But I have a piece of black ribbon that's about the same size as that one. And I think, I don't know if that black is going to go good on there. Let me see. I do have another pink. Here we go. See, proof that it was taken off of a gift. Look at that. I just cut it tie and all. Look at that. I'm going to use it, of course. Why waste it, you know? This time I think I'm going to make it a little bit longer so I have something to hold on to while I attach it to my tag. There we go. Oh, how cute are these going to look in my journal? Just saying. It doesn't always have to be a journal, guys. It can be a scrapbook embellishment if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be a scrap, necessarily a junk journal. You can use these for absolutely anything. I mean, there's no rules. There really isn't. All right. So I think I'm going to go dark pink, light pink, dark pink. What do y'all think? There we go. Dark pink, light pink. And I found that this little area right up at the top of the heart, that works perfect for my little tiny attacher. So, and we do sell these here at the store, the tiny attachers. So if you are needing one, it makes the perfect little size staple. And I could even get more and more in depth. I could decorate this little tag. I could take some little embellishments that I have. I think I had a little, I have my little box of doodads over here. And when I say doodads, I mean literally bits and pieces of things that have fallen off of broken jewelry or, you know, things like that. So that's what this little case is for. And when I can't find, a home for these, maybe they're beads, maybe they're just little gems or something that have that have lost their way, I can use these for, look at that. I don't even know what that is, but I'm sure that that will look really pretty somewhere on my stuff there. I've got some little beads and things. Oh, I have this pretty rose. Oh, yes. That one might just have to go on the top of my tag right there. How is that? Oh, look at this, guys. Oh, I think I'm going to use this to attach to my ribbon. All right, there we go. See? Oh, I got a little tiny key. Look at that. See? All kinds of goodies in my little box. I'm sure everybody has a Diana says, just don't use your teeth. I know. Thank you, Sybil. Sybil says, remember to hit the like button. Thank you so much, Sybil, for watching out for us. I love it when you guys remind each other to do things like that, because honestly, that's how we stay in business and that's how we continue to grow. So let's make it happen. Okay, I have this cute little heart upside down hole here as well that needs to have something on it. I think I'm going to put some of this, maybe this ribbon on here because it's a little bit thicker. So I think, and this is just a piece of some ribbon that I had. And I'm going to use my tiny attacher just because I've used it on all three of the other tags. So I might as well just go ahead and keep up with the theme and put that right through that chipboard right there. And then I can take this little guy and I can attach him to, or her to this, because I kind of like that. That is so stinking cute. It has a little jump ring on it. So these might be a little bit too long for my tag. I could hang it from the bottom. Oh, I could hang that from the bottom, couldn't I? Maybe I'll save that for another day because that looks like a complete piece and I don't know. But I definitely can hook my little key on there. I like that key. All right, I'm going to use for that one of my little they're called bulb nose clips, B-U-L-B, bulb. And I love these bulb nose clips because they are, oh, these got all messed up. Okay, there we are. They're shaped like a light bulb. All right, they're shaped like a light bulb, but they're safety pins. So I can just literally undo this, stick my little key on, no jewelry making experience necessary, because all I have to do is stick it on with my tiny attacher and run it through one of the holes on the lace and then secure it. And guess what? Just like that, I have an attachment for my my little thing, and I have a charm now. See how cute that is? And now that's going to go into the little pouch. Look at that. How cute is that? And it turned out to be the exact same size of the pouch. That was purely by accident. But I am going to show you how to make this out of a 6x6 piece paper. This is so easy. You guys are not going to believe how easy that is. All right. And then, all right. And I'm going to use my little, our little tape strips here. So you're going to need one 6x6 piece paper. So if you happen to have one that is a full size, I think I'm going to take this sweetie right here. This is my sweetest favorite sheet of the whole collection. And the first thing I'm going to want to do is score it. Now, if you guys do not have one of these mini scoreboards in your stash, I highly, highly recommend you get one. Again, we do have these at BoQ Creations. So if you are interested in one, then, let us know. We'll absolutely get you one. I love the little bone folder, how it clips right on there. It has a ring that I can either trace a hole or I can put a key ring through it and hook it onto my bag. Super cute. On the back of it, it has all of these embossing images, but it also has an envelope maker chart on the back. I love that. Okay. So since this paper is actually 6x6, I know that half is 3, but I don't want to score it in half. I want to score it just south of half. So I'm going to go 2 on one side, okay? So, and you don't even have to have a scoreboard for this, guys. You can fold these, just fold them over and, not even worry about using a scoreboard, but if you're pretty precise and you like to use a scoreboard, well, you know, go for it. And you can make these in any size using the same method that I'm using. Now I am going to score this other side just because our paper is 100-pound cardstock. And if you want to make it wide enough to fit your tag, the thing that I suggest doing is score one side, put your tag in, and kind of guesstimate how big that you need this to be. And I'm looking at probably, because I need a little room for it to slide in and out. So on this one, oh, I'm looking at probably 1.5. There we go. Okay, so that way this part right here is what's going to hold your tag, and you want to make sure that it's going to fit. All right, so let me move this out of the way. I'm going to fold this over because, again, this is 100-pound cardstock, so it's pretty hefty. There we go. And now you have these two panels. So this one's just going to flip over on that one, but now we have to make the top and the bottom. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go 1/2 inch score on the top. You could use 3/4 of an inch. You can use 1/4 of an inch. There's no rules. No rules, just right. And so now you've got the basic inside look. Okay. So I'm just going to grab my pen right here and just kind of draw these lines so that you guys can see, because I know it's hard to see on white. And it makes it easier for me to cut these and show you how to put this together, okay? So that's what the template looks like. You're going to have one part that's your top and one part that is your bottom. And I can write on the inside of this because it's going to be covered, okay? So the bottom portion of your piece here, you're going to cut out a little notch here, and then you're going to cut off this piece on the bottom, okay? Just like that. Oh, sorry, that was the top. I am so sorry, you guys. We'll just pretend that's the top. Okay, so reverse that. All right, so this is going to be the top. This is going to be the bottom. All right, top. All right. And then down here at the bottom, you're going to take the top and you're going to reverse it. And what that means is at the top, you cut out this piece. On the bottom, you leave that piece and you cut off these two pieces right here. You can make any one of these pouch envelope sizes just by doing this particular thing. And you don't have to score or measure. You can do this all by hand. Just there you go. And then what's really cool is it creates all of these little pieces that you could save for something else. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so I'm going to take our 3/8 inch strip. Here we go. And watch how easy this is. I'm just going to fold back the release sheet. Here we go. And I'm going to put it right there because that part's going to get glued. I'm going to tear it off. And then I'm going to put one all the way down this side. You can either do it on the inner lip of this, or you can put it on this part. It doesn't matter. I prefer to do it right here just because I know that wherever it touches, that's where it's going to glue and I won't have any gaps. Okay. So there is one. Let me grab another one. I love how handy these are. They just sit right on my desk in a cup. And I just grab one whenever I need it. Put my little strip right there. And then I rip it off. And guess what? There we go. Okay. So how to put this together. Very, very simple, you guys. These are my favorite pocket pouches to make. Here we go. Da-da-da. Just like that. I'm going to fold it over. Oops, you know what I need to do first? Sorry. I have to do my punch there. Let me grab that. My decorative punch. I like this one that kind of looks like a doily. So so this is how it goes. When you close this, this is the back part that you see, right? So you want to make sure that, actually we could do that one, the bottom. That one totally could be the bottom. I guess it doesn't matter because when you put it together, it's going to fold up. But let's just keep that as the top just because that's what I wanted to do. All right. I'm going to put this in here and I am going to punch through this, hopefully, with my puncher. There we go. And I'm going to slide this down. I'm going to punch through this as well. There we go. And I'm going to punch this as well. Let me turn it over so I can see. Okay. And there we go. I'm just trying to line it up a little bit because I know that I'm not going to be able to punch through all of them when it's closed. You know what I mean? All right. So there we go. I'm just going to leave that like that. I should have done that before, but it's all right. We'll see. Let me show you. I can just take and go do-doot and do-doot and just trim that off. I invite you not to be as persnickety as I am. How far south of 3 inches did I score? I scored 1 inch south of 3, Leanne. So that would be 2 for the common folks. For the people that speak Joyce, that is 1 inch south of 3. So that would be the 2-inch mark, man. All right. So there we go. I'm just going to nip that off. And here, watch this. I'm going to just seal that right there with that tape that I just put on there. I'm going to just lop off a little tiny bit from here just so that I have corners that give me something pretty. Look at that. My gosh, I can't believe how much fun we're having. It's already 7:43. I hope you guys are putting in your hashtag if you are just joining us because Jennifer is tabulating the prizes for this evening. So make sure that you put your hashtag in there that she tells you to put so that you can possibly win a prize tonight. Look at that. Okay. So now, obviously, my line is right there. So I would probably cut that off if I hadn't drawn the line, but you get it. Look, there's always a way to fix it. I have this little tiny piece of this left. So guess what? I can just lop that right off of there. I could put a piece of ribbon. Oh, I could put a piece of ribbon. Maybe I'll do that to cover that line. I have my tape here. Yes. Okay. That is going to work perfectly. So I'm going to take a little piece of my ribbon. Let's see. It probably doesn't need to be, but about yay big. Do you guys measure like that? Do you guys, just south of 3 inches, on highway, whatever and whatever, Okay. So I'm just going to add a little bit of tape to this ribbon so that way, because if I were to stick that down and then put the tape on it, it would stick to everything that I put into that pocket, and that would be a no-go. So there we are. Okay, just a little bit more maybe. I could use 3-in-1 glue. I could do a lot of different things, but this is right here. So why go grab other things that I don't have in my possession at the moment when I can make do? Hi, Deanna. How are you? Welcome, welcome. If I didn't say hello to you before. Again, the retreat still has a couple of seats left. If you guys want to join the virtual retreat, we are going to be having some Artistry joining us, which is a sublimation company, and we're going to be showing you how to sublimate from your very own home, from your house, from your work, whatever. Sublimation, she's going to demystify that for you. Pink and Maine, we were packing the kits today, and oh my goodness, you guys, what you're getting from Pink and Maine, you're going to love. Of course, it goes without saying that BoQ Creations is going to have their own release that you're going to see first. There's going to be a sneak peek in there that you are going to be entitled to see and be a part of, the sneak peek. And you're going to get a copy of the Cherished Chapters new collection, and you're going to get it before anybody else. So a lot of fun. We're going to have Pink and Main, Elizabeth Craft Designs, and of course, yours truly, BoQ Creations. So there's my little pocket. I can do whatever I'd like to it, but more importantly, I now have something to put my adorable tags in, just like that. And now I have a tag pocket that I can slip onto my journal, and just like that. It's really good. We have worked so hard to bring you this, this retreat. We have all of our friends. Oh, you remember that little thing that I showed you, that little stack? Guess what? I could just put that right on there and decoration done, right? Or how about this? How about I put my paper clip on there, and what a cute little addition. So in your journal, you'd be pulling the paper clip off and they'd say, oh my gosh, look at this beautiful paper clip. But wait, there's more. Look at that. Isn't that neat? You can also take your punch and notch that out. In fact, I probably could even do that, but if I did, it's going to punch off my beautiful thing. So I'm not going to do that. You could also put your little rosette on here. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So it all works together. It works together. Oh, isn't it cute? And of course, that is Sweet Cottage Rose paper. So that helps too, that it's a really beautiful pack to begin with. Our little slim lines are good to use if you don't have any of the other things to stash with. All right. Last thing, I want to show you how to make these adorable little paper clips. I have another one here that I want to show you. Let's see. We did our little tag pocket. Ain't it cute? I just think it's so cute. Well, I should probably put that tag in there because it's Sweet Cottage Rose. What do you think? Keep the things together, right? Let's see. I hope it fits. Oh, just perfect. All right. Just like that. And then this little guy can hang out, and you can have that. So there you go. You can grab a hold of that and pull that up. Let me show you how to make this little clip real quick out of all your little scraps. And then I think we'll probably be just about ready to give away some prizes. What do you think, Jennifer? Are we running on time? Good. All right. Let me grab. Here's another cover of one of my papers that, yes, pockets are always adorable, and they're even more adorable when they are in a very beautiful paper and they're covered with a pocket tag holder. So I think that makes it even prettier. Okay, so let us get a regular paper clip. I'm just going to use a little paper clip. And don't forget that you can use binder clips as well, like this. So it doesn't always have to be a regular paper clip. You can use a cute little binder clip. Now, remember, when binder clips snap down, these, you know, when they're open, this part has to be a usable mechanism. So don't put your paper on it and then try to clamp it closed. You want to make sure that you leave this part free so that it can move back and forth, or else you're going to have a really hard time making sure that you clip it with something. So I remember I said we had these little tiny pieces of paper left over. Well, guess what? Yeah, we're going to use them. So see why it's always good to have your things around you when you're being creative. So I'm going to use my little 1/8 inch strip here. I can just put it down right there, and I'm going to rip it off of one side, and I'm going to rip it off the other. Look at that. Look how easy that is. And this is what's going to hold my paper on here. There we go. Oh, Okay, let's see. Here's that little piece of paper. And I am just going to slide that on there. And it's easier to take your scissors and just chop that off just like that, right along the edge of your clip. And I know it was gold to begin with, but now tell me that's not the cutest little thing you ever saw in your whole life. Paper clips are always beautiful when decorated. Like they're one of those office supplies that when you see them, you're like, nah, it's a paper clip, right? But, you know, when you are able to decorate it, it really just makes that clip a little more noticeable. It makes people go, oh, I think I'm going to keep that little clip. It is so stinking cute. So I always take my clips, and of course, I'm going to zhuzh it up. Just give it a little zhuzh with your brush. I'm not even opening my ink for this one. And then because I can put this up onto my piece of paper, I think I'm going to put a little ribbon or something like that on it. I have 3 colors over here. So I think I'm just going to take a little bit of each. Here we go. You could actually even put a dangle on that. It doesn't matter. You know, what do you guys think? I got to know what y'all are crafting. It's killing me not being able to see you, but you can see me. I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. All right. So here, look at this. Okay. So now I can just put all 3 of these very beautiful ribbons through here and just tie myself the cutest little knot. Just like that. Let me make sure I got all 3 through the loop there. There we go, right there at the top. And then just like that, I have a cute little sparkly paper clip. I'll give this guy a little haircut. Or girl. I bet it would be a girl. And look, tell me that is not one of the cutest little clips that you ever did see. Isn't that cute? I'll tie the knot a little bit. I could actually even bring that down probably. Just like that down there at the bottom. Look at that. Put a pearl or something on that. How cute is that little binder clip? Oh my goodness. Do you sell that fluffy ribbon? This, Lindsay? Are you talking about the sparkly stuff? If so, yes, it is $1.99 a yard. So we do sell that. It's called eyelash trim, if that's what you're talking about, sweetie. Okay, what else? I still have some tape there. Let me see. Let's do this little paper clip real quick, and then we'll get Jennifer on, and she can show us what she has made. All right, I'm not going to quite throw those on the floor yet. So you're going to need your paper clip. You're going to need a little piece of paper about yay big. So whatever kind of paper, I just happen to have a strip of paper here from one of my other 6x6 collections. And since I'm kind of doing pink, I'm going to stay with the pink theme. So you're going to want to put your paper clip onto your piece of paper and let it so you can kind of mark if you have enough. And you're going to need a piece, oh, I don't know, maybe that big. That might be too much. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, Lindsay, I have, if you want some, I can throw it in your box because I know you're coming to the retreat, right, Lindsay? So if you want, I'll toss it in your box for you. But yeah, it's eyelash trim and it's $1.99 a yard. So let me just verify that I have got the right side. Yes, you're going to want the short side as the outer part of your paper clip. Okay. So that means that, no, I'm sorry. That's going to be on the back of your paper. There we go. Yes, like that. Okay. So this is going to be the part that's going to be seen on the back of your clip. All right. So you're going to make sure that if you want the top to be, you know, open, or if you want a little area at the top and the bottom, that's okay. You just need to place your paper clip wherever you want it. Then you're going to take your your glue, your Barely Art glue. And actually, just to make it easier on myself, I'm going to go this direction because my paper will be easier rolled. Oh, you know what? I did have it right. Sorry. There we go. It's going to go that side. Yes. All right. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to take my glue. Come on. Come on, glue. You can do it. It's been sitting here and now it's protesting. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue right next to the paper clip. And then I'm going to fold it over. I kind of got to maneuver my paper clip or cut my paper down just a little bit because you want it to go right alongside of that side of the paper clip. You know what I mean? Like right, just right there. Just right there. And it does help if you crease it a little bit, you know. And so then it's going to wrap around your clip just like that. And then I'm going to bring it around like that. And then I'm going to cut it. There is going to be a little bit of a seam, but it is okay because I plan on covering that. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there on that seam. And then just like that, I'm going to press that together in the middle of my paper clip. I know. I love doing paper clips too, because it's one of those things that when people get them, they go, oh my gosh, what is that clip? That is so stinking cute. So I'm just going to take a little piece of ribbon and stick that right down that seam, just like that. You know, you can use all the things, guys. Don't be afraid, you know, like I want to just not have anything left on my desk when I get done. I want to, you know, I want to be able to use all of the little pieces that are on my desk so that way I can not have any waste, you know, that's the fun part. Come on. I need my little pokey tool and it's not here at my desk. It's in my back. It's in the back, Let me just grab a pin. That'll work. I cut off my little release strip. So I am, there we go. Perfect. Usually I'd use my 3-in-1 glue for this, but because, you know, I'm trying to do this with what I have on my desk, you know, it is what it is. Okay. So there's my little piece of tape here. All right. There we go. I'm going to do that, stick my ribbon to it, and just like that, your aunt's your uncle, and your paper clip is covered and awaiting your further pleasure. Okay. So now you can do whatever you want to it. If you want to add a little dangle to the bottom, if you want to tie a pretty bow with maybe some ribbon or eyelash trim that you had left at the top, I think that would look super cute. And you can totally decorate it any way you want to. And this is one of those things that if you give it to your boss is definitely not going to put this piece of paper at the bottom of the desk, you know, at the bottom of the stack, because this paper clip is going to get noticed. You know, this paper clip is going to make them say, hey, what is that? That is cute. So you just slide it right on there like that, and it is an actual functioning paper clip. So there you go. So let's see what I've made tonight for you guys, and then I want to see what you've made, and then we're going to draw for a prize. So I hope that you guys have been busy little bees. Okay, I drug out so much more stuff tonight than I have time to do, but I think it is so beautiful what all can be done with just some scraps of paper and, you know, some tape and glue. I just think that this is one of those things that it really takes an artist and a person who has a passion and a love for crafting to be able to create. So there is our other little clip. This is a little binder clip that we have on there. And we've got this great big paper clip with all of the little doodads on it, our little dangly things. There we go. And I've got a little hidden paper clip. I want to just put that, make sure that we see that. Just wanted to say XOXO. This is all from scraps of paper, and I can prove it because Bethany was here when we made that. Right, Bethany? There's another hidden paper clip. There we go. And I have a tag pocket, all from my 6x6. So there you go. All right. So Jennifer, it is your turn. What did you make tonight?
So I went a little bit rogue because I couldn't figure out how to use this. Wanted me to use. So what I ended up doing is I ended up making this large tag.
Oh, cute.
The large tag actually has little pockets in it where you can put the smaller tags.
How did we plan this whole tag thing?
I saw your tags, and that's where I got my inspiration from. When you started talking about tags, I was like, okay, let me make a tag. And so that's kind of where I went with it. See how I did put a little piece of ribbon down here. When you were talking about putting ribbon on there, I went and got some ribbon, and we were on that same little wavelength. I used my bugs that I know you don't like, Joyce, but I used my bugs. I knew that I had them made already.
Not so bad.
And they worked out pretty well for this particular paper that had all the flowers. So I was able to add all these beautiful bugs that I had made previously that I just had in my stash, and I was able to make this tag.
I love the topper for the tag that you made. Like you made a topper for the tag. So when they pull it out, they're actually pulling out the bug. That is cute. And the dragonfly is not so bad. I kind of like the dragonfly.
You're going to grow to like them all. You really will. There's one that's kind of ugly. There's like a beetle type thing, but all these ones are really cute. Anyway, so what I want to do real quick is we would love for you to share your creations with us tonight. Yeah. And I know that you can't share them on YouTube with us. You can't add pictures in the comments. So I'm going to show you real quick how you would actually do that. So you would need to have a Facebook account for this part. So let me see if I can get this up here on the screen. Oh, it actually did work.
Oh, good.
I know. Look at me. I'm learning how to use the StreamYard. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate over to our Facebook page. And this is our Facebook page. It's our fan page. It's called the B.O Crew. And you can go ahead and you can join this at any time if you are not already in there. And what you're going to do is I made an album for our pictures from tonight. So if you go to our B.O Crew and you click on this little tab that says media, and where it says albums, we got an album for the 6x6 paper challenge from January 8th. So I can open up that album, and it will allow me to add photos because this is a group. So anybody that's part of the group can add. So I did take a quick snapshot. I did take a quick snapshot of my tag that I made. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to upload it, and it's uploading right now. And there's my tag. Hit the post button, and I added my tag. And you can make a comment about your tag. You can add it. You can go in and you can look at other people's creations that they made, and you can give them some love too, because this is all about community and sharing the things that we love to do. So we would love to have you add your creations. When you add creations to the B.O Crew, if you add your creation by noon on Tuesday, you will be entered into another drawing that will be announced on Tuesday night live based upon your entry to this. So the more you add to this between now and Tuesday at noon, the more entries you have for our next drawing.
So if they enter multiple times and
they have multiple entries,
they get multiple chances.
Mm-hmm. So if you were inspired tonight and you made a whole bunch of different things and take a whole bunch of different pictures and upload them. I did do this from my computer because I'm on my laptop right now for the StreamYard, but you can do the same thing from your phone. I think it's even easier from your phone to add pictures to this album. It's just helpful if you add them to the album and not just to the main feed. It helps keep our feed organized, but we would love to see some action on the BOQ crew because this is, paper crafting is a community, and we share what we do because we love what we do, and we take inspiration from what others do. I think that's the highest compliment you can receive as a crafter, as an artist, when somebody kind of takes your idea and kind of puts their own spin on it because you inspired them. And so this is what this community is about. It's about inspiring each other, and hopefully you will get on here and be inspired and inspire others. So
can you go back to the page on the BOQ crew? Because if they're not, it's not enough to just like BOQ creations. You have to actually go into the BOQ crew and then click on that not like button, the invite or share. No, because you're already a member.
Right. We're in the BOQ. Where BOQ is the owner of this group. But there will be a button over here that allows you to like it or join the group.
Yes.
So you would be able to do that.
Yeah. So that's important. It's not just putting it on BOQ Creations as our page. It's the BOQ crew, because that's your page. That's your page as our community. So you want to make sure that and look at the beautiful picture that Jennifer put up there of all of our people from our 4th anniversary retreat. Wasn't that fun? Everybody that joined us. So this is your community, your group. So we want to kind of see what you're doing out there.
So I'm actually, Joyce, I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the StreamYard giveaway, if you're okay with that. Woo! Why don't you share a little bit about what the prizes that you're going to be giving away tonight?
So we're actually going to be giving away a 6x6 paper pad of Sweet Cottage Rose. So you'll have more.
Great prize, because that looked beautiful tonight on screen, and it looked beautiful with the things that you did and the vintage esque, creations that you made. So I think that's a great addition to anybody's collection.
Yes, and with Valentine's coming up, this is one of those perfect collections that give you a great background for red. Red is really hard to use unless you pair it with white or black. But when you've got this gorgeous Sweet Cottage Rose pink paper, that red just really pops with it. So it does make it a little bit easier to use for Valentine's Day. So let's see who's going to win.
Okay, let me press the button.
Ooh, I love all the little sound effects that come with this.
Let's see. The suspense.
Yes, I know. It's like, Quinta!
Woo! Yay!
Yay! Congratulations, my friend. So Quinta is one of our junk journalers that comes to our junk journaling class. So I'm so glad you were with us this evening. Congratulations, Quinta. I'll have that sitting here for you whenever you want to come by. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I mean, at one point, I think this is one of our highest live broadcasts that we've done in a while. So I really want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and for being part of our community. And I really look forward to seeing everything that you create and post to the BOQ crew. We would love that. I know Laura's asking us, can you tell us again where to put the photos? Let me see if it'll let me share again. It's on Facebook. You want to search for something called the BOQ crew. That is our fan page. It's called the BOQ crew. What I'll do if you're a fan, if you are already follow us on Facebook, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a link to the BOQ crew on our main Facebook page. That way you can easily get there and find the fan page and post your creations.
A crafty diva just asked, hi, when will we hear more about the virtual retreat? If you are attending the virtual retreat, we will be sending out next week, right, Jen?
Yes, my goal is to send out by Sunday an email that will give you an overview of everything that we're going to be doing on the virtual retreat. We will also be putting together a private Facebook group for the virtual retreat so that we can have that kind of closed community for us to be able to, have some collaborative time during the retreat and stay connected even well after.
And if you are not signed up for the virtual retreat, it is still open. There are still a couple of seats left. Just to recap, it will have a BOQ collection that will not be available any other time other than our retreat. And that one is a special for you guys. Huh?
It's really pretty.
It is really, really pretty. I want to keep saying it, but I can't. And so then we're also going to give you the chair. Oh, Jennifer's got a sneak peek of Cherished Chapters coming out. Uh-oh. See,
Oh, I know, Joyce. I'm not supposed to. I know. I know. Woo.
And Elizabeth Craft Designs will be there. Artistry will be here. Our friends from Pink and Maine are going to be here. And above all, that thing that Jennifer is just showing, OMG. Now, I kept it secret. I just want you to know that I was not the one that let the cat out of the bag. You saw it right here on live. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait for you guys to get it. You're going to have so much fun. Hopefully, the boxes are going to be sent out next week. So not hopefully, they will be sent out next week. Yeah. And you've got some homework to do, those of you that are coming. So you want to make sure you get your box in the mail. And if you haven't joined, there's still a couple of days, especially if you're local, you can still come pick up your box, but we need to get them out in the mail to you. So if you are going to join the virtual retreat, we still do have a few seats left. Go ahead and sign up soon so we can make sure you get your box. All right, Keitha, thank you. Yes, and please make sure, guys, there's one other thing that I need to make sure you know. Some people are saying, I'm not getting the emails, I'm not getting information from BoQ Creations. This is very, very important. You must go online to beauqcreations.com, okay, to our website, and create an account. There's one little box all the way down at the bottom that says, I consent to email. If you don't check that box, we are not allowed. Our system will not send it to you. So please make sure you create an account. And I know we're asking a lot of you. Create an account and make sure you check that box that you're going to want to receive our newsletters and stuff. Because Jennifer's doing a fantastic job of making sure all of this information is disseminated. But if you don't have an account and your email is not registered with us, we're not allowed to send you anything. So please, please, please make sure that you do that. And then also post your work, because when I'm here doing this, I don't ever get to see what you do. So thank you so much. And I can't wait to give away the next prize on Tuesday. Yeah. So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, guys. Next month, Liz will be joining us on our B.Y.O. And so we'll be getting some more information to you about what is going to be coming up next month. So you can join us same time, same place.
Sounds good.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.